Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel on the touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Niners 28, Chiefs 6. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First and 10. Here's Mahomes. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 4
yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Kansas City.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 42-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And it's complete to Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 42 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And if you're wondering, by the way, how long that took, Next Gen Stats says 1.7 seconds from the snap to the moment that sack occurred.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jordan Reed there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gould to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Niners 42, Chiefs 14. Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jason Verrett. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mostert. And some room to work.
All you got to do is look at
Across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 28 yards. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gould for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Niners 49, Chiefs 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for that 49er D as they score a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide
margin.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to you,
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
no wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. Number 53. Check. 53.
Garoppolo now. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Brandon Ayuk returning it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, come on. Check nipple.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
This is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Garoppolo again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
For San Francisco.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, 57. Watch my board. Remember this. I'm coming after you.
One final try for Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.